Welcome back to our conversation with Indiana's Governor Mitch Daniels. How confident are you that the legislature will come up with a satisfactory budget this time? And how do you define satisfactory?
Great question. Well, first the definition, which I did lay out in the State of the State and elsewhere. Number one, no new taxes. Number two, we have to, it has to balance no later than the second of the 2 years. That is to say, dollars in that year have to exceed dollars out. Means you don't use any of our reserves or savings account. Three, we have to keep those reserves at a prudent level throughout the time period. I don't ever want to get too close to the line. We just don't believe in cutting it close because, as we've learned, you can't count on this economy, and it could double dip on us. And fourth, no gimmicks. You asked about pensions a little while ago. A few years ago, when the state was broke, they started skipping payments to the teachers' pension fund. We put an end to that. We're not going back. They started skipping payments or delaying payments to the schools and the universities, basically forcing them to borrow and borrowing the money for them at zero. And we said no more of that. So those are the four definitions of success. And how confident am I? Very confident. We can do this, no question.
In the 30 years I've been at the Sentinel, I don't recall a visit by you or any other governor being preceded by a walkthrough by the state police. We got one Tuesday.
Well, I don't know why, but
Well, has the recent shootings and threats escalated or changed the State House's approach to security?
well, if so,
Or
they,
your staff's
if
approach?
so, they haven't told me. I probably have the least security of any governor in America. That's what people tell me. I keep it to. I let one person travel, and usually there's a second person in another car or on site. And to my knowledge, we haven't. They haven't ramped that up. I don't tell them how to do their job, but they know that I don't like citizens to feel like they're under surveillance. I go a lot of places where I make them stay away, and when I go out of state, they don't come along. I'm a pretty cheap date for the state in this respect. But on the other hand, I appreciate them completely. I do understand. I try not to be a problem child too much because, well, I am. I mean, motorcycles and so forth. But in my better moments, I don't because if something did go wrong, they'd have to answer for it, and I don't want that.
Has fiery rhetoric about crosshairs and Second Amendment remedies contributed to violence in this country?
No, I don't think so. It obviously did not in the Arizona incident. Everybody who insinuated that should have apologized by now because their own rhetoric was a disservice. But I've been speaking out, and I believe practicing what we call civil discourse for a long time now. Never made a negative commercial. Never called anybody an opponent a name. Try, to my best to have learned to try to be respectful, even if that respect is not returned. And I do think that's extremely important. But it has nothing to do with Arizona, as we discovered.
Still mum on a potential presidential run?
This is how your mom, this constitute mom. Well, there's nothing new to say. I haven't decided to do it or not to do it, and I need to fairly soon, I know.
Anything else you'd like to share with Sentinel readers?
What could be left? You came loaded for bear today, Brother
We
Wilson.
like to keep up with the governor.
That was
Here's one.
was as good a barrage as I've gotten for a while.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Can you still do 16 pull-ups?
The answer is last time I did them, I did probably 14. But I got a problem. I found out Monday I got to have a shoulder operation.
Oh, is it like a
It's a
rotator
rotator
cuff or
cuff.
something?
And
So
I'm in a very bummed out mood about this because it's going to mean not only will there not be 16 pull-ups done for a good long while, but I won't be able to do much of anything after they do this thing.
When are they going to whittle on you?
Well, that was a problem too, trying to find a time, and I guess it's going to be about the middle of the month. and then I'll be in a sling for a while. I don't think I have a real severe one, but the guy said, you know, it's not getting any better, and the things that I would ordinarily do will probably make it a lot worse.
No riding this summer?
I didn't even think about that. Surely I can do this. It's, you know, this they don't want you doing. That's a good question.
You can get on the back of my book. I'll give you a ride.
I don't like the back. I like, you know.
Well, thanks for spending some time with
Sure,
us.
enjoyed
Sure
it. Thank you
enjoyed
very much.
Okay.